Hey guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel. So today we have March's BOXYLUXE. I'm so excited about this one. I already know pretty much everything that's in here and I'm pretty excited about most of it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not excited about everything, but most of it. So as you can tell, it's bigger than last time. I mean, it's just a different shape. I love these boxes though. They're so much fun. So this is the card for this month. It is La Vie en Rose. So there's a lot of stuff in here. So I figure we'll go ahead and jump right in. We have pretty much components for most of the face. I do have my foundation on already, but I will show you, this will be like a full-on try-on version of everything. So let's go ahead and just jump in because like I said, there's a lot of stuff in here. So the first thing I see is a makeup bag. So let me take this out so we can actually look at it up close. All right, so this is, it's called a train case is what they called it. I mean, I just think of it as a nice travel makeup bag or whatever. Very big. I don't know if the color is coming off on camera as well. It's got this really gorgeous kind of shift to it. Beautiful, very nice. Let's open it up. This is exclusive for BoxyCharm. It just says, BoxyCharm train case. So I don't know who makes it. I mean, I guess it was made for BoxyCharm. They must have contracted it out. This retails for $20 and it's just a very spacious train case. No little extra pockets or anything, but this is really nice and this will be very good for travel. So I do like that a lot. Then we have a nail polish set. So I have already put it on. I've only done one coat, but this kind of gives you an idea of what it looks like. I am going to do a second coat later on tonight, but I usually like to space my coats apart by a few hours just because I have a bad habit of painting my nails and then screwing them up. So I like to wait a couple hours in between, but this gives you an idea of what they look like. So it's from Deborah Lippmann. It's a little nail polish duo. You get two shades. This one right here is called Oh Donna and this one's Modern Love. I'll take them out, but you can see I have them on my nails. Forgive my cuticles. I know they look like crap, but I have Modern Love on all of them. And then on the little ring finger, I have Oh Donna as a little accent. I really like these. I have a couple of Deborah Lippmann polishes. Mostly I've gone for her shimmer shades, but this like pink matte shade is actually really nice and it went on really easily. It's very beautiful. So yeah, there you go. You can see the colors. I like this. It's very beautiful. And this little set retails for $20. Next up, we have a moisturizer. So I did already put the moisturizer on. I've got obviously my foundation on and I put the moisturizer on underneath it. So I'll run that clip while we're chatting about it. But this is what the jar looks like. It is the IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream. It's made for all skin types and it's supposed to just be a transforming, moisturizing super cream. It's supposed to have anti-aging properties, which is always good, especially once you start getting into your 30s and up. Let's see, this retails for $48. So I'm really enjoying the fact that we're getting some nice kind of luxurious creams and skincare in these BOXYLUXEs. If you guys watched my recent favorites video, you know that I'm currently using through the LMS moisturizer cream that they gave us in our last BOXYLUXE and I really, really like it. So this will probably be on deck for what I use once I've used that one up. I really liked it though when I used it this morning. It was very hydrating. Obviously, I can't tell you if it's gonna make me greasy throughout the day because I've only been wearing it for probably 20 minutes, 15 minutes by now. But so far I liked the way it went on and it had a really nice fragrance to it. Kind of a little subtle citrus, but not anything too potent. It's like something subtly citrus about it in there. So far I definitely like it though. And I will definitely use this once I've used up the other LMS moisturizer. Okay, so for some reason I didn't think that I had this in my box. This is the Wonder Beauty Lift Off Purifying and Brightening Peel Off Mask. I would have tried to use it on camera just to show you guys, but like I said, I didn't think I had it in this box. So I started with the moisturizer. But yeah, I'll definitely give this a try since it's not a sheet mask. Obviously this is something I can reuse. Usually with the sheet masks that we get in these boxes, I kind of want to hoard them for like a special like spa day. But with something like this, obviously I can use it multiple times. So I'll try to give this a use this weekend. So maybe I can post a comment, like a pinned comment to let you guys know what I thought about it. So the mask retails for $34. And like I mentioned, it is a peel off mask and it's basically supposed to kind of replenish dull skin and help with a clearer and brighter complexion. So I definitely can use that. I'm always looking for something to help my skin because I do feel like it can get a little dull in certain areas because I kind of get that combination skin. So the areas where I'm more dry definitely tend to look very dull. So I will try to give this a try. Maybe I'll do it like tonight or tomorrow morning or something like that so that I can pin a comment to let you guys know what I thought about it. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the brows because I'm feeling a little awkward not having my brows done. So this is a brow cushion. I kept seeing this being teased like in all the previews. All right, so this is the brow product. It's from Iconic London. They gave me the shade medium, so I'm really hoping that that works for me. But it looks like this retails for $40, which is insane if you ask me, but we'll see. So the little case opens up and you've got a mirror inside it, and then this little guy pops up. And okay, we got a little protector on top of that. So there is the brow product, and you have little brushes in there. So this is interesting. Oh my gosh, it like folds out. Okay, let me close that. So it looks like there's 2 shades, so you can get a little dimension, and this little brush folds out and you have a little spoolie on one end and a little angled brush. So I do like that it seems to be thinner. You guys obviously know I don't have a lot of brow hair, and I have kind of like the remnants of some microblading left to kind of give me the shape that I need to follow. But yeah, I can't usually use a really thick brush. So let's zoom in a little and we will try on these brows. We're gonna swatch both of the shades on the back of my hand first. So this is the lightest side, and then this is the darkest side. So these are the 2 shades that you get with medium. It worries me how much that first one is bleeding on my hand, so hopefully it won't bleed crazy on my eyebrows, because like I said, not much hair there for it to grip onto. We're gonna give it a try though. Okay, wish me luck. I'm gonna start with the lightest one. Okay, so far that is not bad. It was fairly easy to use. Add just a little more. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and catch up the other eyebrow. Okay, so I definitely like that. And I actually like the brush. It worked really well. I don't think it's going to give me the really tiny front hair strokes that I need for my little lacking baby brows. So I'm gonna use my little Anastasia brush that I use for my regular dip brow. This is the number 12 brush. And I'm gonna go into the darker shade and see if I can get some little hairs to do on the front. Oh, that still ended up being a little too much. Okay. So the nice thing is it doesn't dry immediately. So it seems like you can kind of get it off. You can kind of smudge it in if you need to. I think I'm gonna start with the lightest shade then, I think. Let's see how this works. All right, so they're by no means the best brows in the world, but my brows aren't, but I actually really like this. I'm really surprised. Okay, does this say, is it waterproof or anything special? Okay, so it doesn't say anything about it being like waterproof, long wearing, or anything like that. I'm really hoping that it is, because, you know, for me, with the lack of brows, something that will really stay on the skin is something that I really look for. So I'll kind of see what happens by the end of this night. I'll maybe try to like smudge it and see what happens, because I do have another video to film after this, so I don't want to mess it up right now. But again, just like with the mask, maybe I will just add a little pinned comment letting you know, if all I did was like go like that and it smudged, because that would suck. I guess we can find out by doing this real quick. Okay, so that's really good. I mean, I'm rubbing pretty hard and it's fading lightly, but it's not smudging. So I have good hopes then. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next product. I'm gonna zoom you back out so we can kind of just look at the stuff first. All right, so we're getting into the rest of the like, let's fix your face kind of stuff. We've got a few palettes, all kinds of fun stuff in here. Okay, so we do have a brush set from Moda. So let me go ahead and get these out. It's an interesting handle design. It's like a little pointy. I really don't like brushes like this. I can already tell you. We had another brush similar to this and it's so floppy. I don't know, I'm just not a fan. This one I like though. Let's see what these are supposed to be for. So it is the Powder and Soft Glow Kit. It retails for $29. 2 brushes. It just says they're your dynamic duo. It doesn't say what they're supposed to be for though. I don't know. I never know how to use this type of brush. If you have a recommendation of a way that you usually like to use it, I mean, I've tried using it for highlighter, for blush. I don't know, I don't know. I might try to use it for like bronzer or something like that. I know we've got some face products coming up next, so I wanna be able to use these brushes in this video, so we'll just make do. But yeah, if you have a preference that you think a brush like this is really good for, let me know, because maybe I'm just using it wrong. Okay, next up is this product from Cover FX right here. It is the Perfector Face Palette and it retails for $45. And this is basically supposed to be a nice little all-in-one face palette. It's got 6 components in there and I got the darker one. So I'm a little irritated because they specifically said to make sure that your little questionnaire was filled out so that you got the right face palette. and I got the darker one. And I'm pretty sure my questionnaire says that I have light to fair skin. So that's kind of disappointing. Well, in case you were wondering, this is what the medium deep palette looks like. It is really beautiful. I like that they had two different variations of the shades. So I'm not gonna use this just because it's not my colors. I mean, this is the medium to deep palette. I am definitely not medium to deep at all. I might be able to get some of these colors to work for me, but quite honestly, what's the point of me doing that just for the sake of this try on video when I could just give this to somebody who does have a deeper skin tone that would be able to use it. And I feel like that way, that way I'm not giving them a used product. I can give them something that is still brand new and not touched because it is really beautiful. I'm definitely disappointed that they didn't give me the correct one, especially since I went through the effort of making sure my quiz was filled out correctly. So did you guys have that problem with yours? Because they kept making it sound like if we filled out our quizzes correctly, they would give us the right shades, but clearly they weren't paying attention. So that's disappointing, but if you were able to use yours, then I hope you enjoyed it. It is a very beautiful looking palette. So I am gonna go ahead and just do some contour, bronzer, all that kind of stuff with my own products. I'll use this brush real quick. I'll dip into some bronzer, see how this brush maybe works for some bronzer. In case any of you guys were wondering from my Wet n Wild Rebel Rose video, I have been trying to use the blush a little bit more, so I'll go ahead and use that on camera too. I have been using it with the brush that came with it, and I've kind of just been like pouncing it and then just very lightly tapping. And I've actually liked it a lot more that way. I kind of go back and forth to help distribute the product though. So when I use it like that, I actually have been enjoying it. So, and also if you were curious about that video, I did do a giveaway during that video and it is closed now. I have picked the winner. The winner is Stephanie Loves Fall. I already contacted her and I'm sending the products out to her this weekend as we speak. So congrats to Stephanie, and don't worry, there will be more giveaways in the future. I'm gonna try to do maybe some other like little small random ones here and there, but yeah, just wanted to let you guys know in case you were curious. Okay, I'm gonna try using this brush for highlighter. We'll see. I'm just gonna use this Becca highlighter. This is Prosecco Pop. See if I can get a little highlight going. It's just too big of a brush for me, like in my eyes for highlight, but you guys let me know. What do you like to do with these type of brushes? So again, not a fan of this brush, but I did like the other one and it worked for, at least for my bronzer, so that's good at least. All right, so the last three items in the box are pretty much gonna complete the face. So I'm gonna zoom you in. I'll show them all to you and then I'll zoom you in and we'll do a look. So we have a Morphe palette. Let's see what kind I got, because I didn't know. There was multiple different kinds of palettes you could have gotten. Looks like I got Happy Hour, although I have no idea what that looks like. So the Morphe palette retails for $16. I do like that it's a hard case instead of, okay, I don't hate this. This was one of the ones that I kind of was hoping for. I just didn't want brown, so mine's a little bit more of the pinky rosy color. I still am not the biggest fan of us getting a Morphe palette in these boxes, considering how much they are, but whatever. We also got a set of Lily lashes, so this is in the shade Gaia. This is what they look like, and these lashes retail for $24.99. And then last but not least, we have a Becca lipstick. So mine is in the shade Poppy, and this retails for $24. So that is a fun, bold color. And actually, I feel like they did a decent job of pairing my shadow and lipstick together, because I think this is going to be fun. So I definitely am going to try to use probably this bright shade right here just to tie it all in. So let me zoom you in and we will finish off the face with all these products. First up, I'm going to use On the Rocks just to set the brow bone area. Then I'm going to jump into the shade Mixer. And for that shade, I'm going to run that right into the crease. This actually turned out a lot more peachy than I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be a lot lighter than this. I did have to build it up, but I think that had to do with the brush that I was using. But overall, I really liked this shade. I'm also adding a little bit to the outer portion of the eye as well. Then into the shade Bottoms Up, I'm using a more tapered blending brush and just adding this directly into the crease. I absolutely love this color. It is so bright and vibrant and fun. So again, just all through the crease, and then also adding it to the outer portion of the eye to make like a V shape. Then going back into Mixer just to kind of blend over the top of that shade to soften it. And then I mixed the two together, Mixer and Bottoms Up, just so that it didn't lose that brightness. Then I went into the shade Snap and just placed this on the very outer portion of the eye, kind of with a fluffy brush. It just deepens it up a small amount. Then with my finger, I'm going into the shade Rooftop, and I'm basically just placing this all over the blank portion of the lid. And then going into the shade Spritzer, I'm adding this kind of more to the outer portion where the matte shade met the other shimmer shade. Then I am going back over both of those shades with a wet brush. I just felt like it helped the shimmer stand out a bit more. So first up with Rooftop, and then going back into Spritzer. And then I did touch back into Snap just to blend that very outer portion one more time. Still using that Snap shade, I switched over to an angled liner brush, and I'm just lining the entire lower lash line pretty close to the lashes and then bringing it down a good bit. And then going into bottoms up with a fluffy kind of flat brush, just blending this underneath the color so that it matches the top. And then with a touch of Last Call, I'm adding just a little bit to the outer portion of the lower lash line. And then using Hot Spot as an inner corner highlight, and I am dragging it underneath a good bit as well as bringing it up to meet the crease a little. Then I'm just using a brown pencil in the waterline. This one is from BOXYLUXE. And then I'm using my NYX liquid liner just to add a very small black line to the upper lash line, and finishing it off with my Pretty Vulgar mascara before adding the Lily lashes in the shade Gaia. I did have trouble putting these lashes on. Honestly, I think the look might have been a little bit better without the black liner, but you know, I already did it. I'm just blending them in with a little bit more mascara, and then of course, adding mascara to the bottom lashes as well. Jumping into lips, I am lining my lips first. This is the ColourPop lip liner in the shade Chi Chi. I just wanted to have a little bit of control since the lipstick was so bold. And then using the Becca lipstick in Poppy, I figured I'd go ahead and swatch it for you guys since I didn't swatch it earlier. So it looks like it could be a sheared out shade if you want it to, but I am layering it a good bit so that it has a nice impact. And it is a beautiful formula, very comfortable. And this is the finished look. Alright guys, so this is the finished look, very bright and neon kind of coral. This lip definitely took me by surprise. I really like the fact that it wasn't a thick matte formula. It was almost like a creamy kind of glossy formula. I wouldn't say it was sheer, but I think you could sheer it out if you wanted to. I was just trying to get a good, you know, opaque color, especially since I had already lined my lips. And I was pleasantly surprised by this Morphe palette. So if you remember at the beginning of the video when I said I was excited about almost everything in the palette, this was quite honestly the one item I was not excited about at all, because I really didn't care to get a very boring neutral Morphe palette that had tons of similar shades, but I'm really, really happy with the one that I got. I think this look is super beautiful and the colors turned out really bright. Love the look overall. Still really bummed out about that Cover FX palette because I was really looking forward to that. So yeah, I might try to contact BoxyCharm. I highly doubt they would do anything about it at this point, but I'll ask because I really wanted this palette and I hate that they sent me the medium dark, especially when I went through the trouble to make sure my quiz was correct like they instructed us to. So I added up everything that came in the BOXYLUXE, which I have now placed in my cute little train case. It's all in here. The total came out to $301.98. So pretty good value. You do pay $49.99 total on the month that it's BOXYLUXE month. Otherwise, you just get a regular old BoxyCharm, and that's the $21. But on the months for BOXYLUXE, it is $49. So, and they usually always are $300 or more worth of products. So I'm definitely happy with this month's product, with the exception of that little issue with the Cover FX palette. But everything else in here, I really, really enjoyed. And I think this look is really fun and very spring appropriate, perfect for March. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and thank you guys for watching. Bye.